The first time I thought that I wanted to be in the industry was around about 16, 17. I was always doing stuff with my hands with my granddad. He was quite handy as a older fella, and I just used to work down in his shed with him when I was younger. And then I had an opportunity to go out to my family business out at Rockley, Tye Alroe and Sons, to be in the fruit industry. I went out there for 6 months at 17 and just realised it wasn't my passion, and I really wanted to become a carpenter. So I ended up not finding an apprenticeship straight away. I became a bricklayer's labourer for 18 months with a really good family friend of mine, which taught me a lot of just how to work hard and you know, learn common sense kind of stuff on a job site, which I don't really think those 18 months was a waste of time. I thought I learned a lot just in being a bricklayer's labourer, but I eventually got an apprenticeship when I was 19 through a carpenter, and he was mostly just doing contracts for other builders. So doing frames, trusses, cladding, fix-outs, soffites, decks, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I did that for probably 18 months to 2 years with him. And then I decided that I really wanted to become a builder. And what I was learning with him was everything carpentry-wise, but it wasn't really as a builder, because as a builder you would need to know a lot of stuff, not just carpentry, like concreting, you know, roofing, and plastering, cabinet making, just everything. So I found another builder that was looking for an apprentice, Casey Jackson Homes in Cleveland. He does mostly high-end custom, which was really what I wanted to get into down further in my life. So I signed up with Casey and did my last 2 years as my apprenticeship through him, and learned a whole range of stuff through Casey. And that was really good experience. And then when I finished my apprenticeship when I was 21, I decided to start my own business up. And not as a builder yet, but just as a carpenter. So I opened up a business and started working for other builders on contracts. So, you know, I used to go and do a house frame for 10 grand, and that was how it worked. And again, that taught me a lot about business. You know, running a business at 21 was quite young, and to be honest, I was only learning as I was going. And then by 23, 24, I was getting the hang of it, and I've always wanted to challenge myself even more. And so I ended up landing a contract through Hutchison Builders, and when I was 24 years old, I went into Hutchison Builders with about 5 staff, and within 6 months I ended up having 72 carpenters working for me under my banner, which is pretty exciting at that age. Pretty scary now looking back at it. It was a lot of money in and out each week, but that excited me, and I always thrived under pressure with business and trying to do the best I can. And then at 26, I ended up doing my builder's license, and by 27, I did my first ever build. So it was super hard to get into the building game as a young fella. You know, not many people can trust someone that's 26 with no experience of a recent build. So it took me a while to find someone to build for, but as soon as my first client came through, who was Mark Tronk, I ended up being really good friends with him afterwards. But that was a really, really great experience to get the opportunity to build his house in Bulimba. It was on the waterfront at Connell Street. The contract value was about 900 grand. And the house was super amazing. Still one of the best houses I've built today. And that just got me my start in the building game, and you know, referrals come in off that. I had a house to show people, and then pretty much flew on from there. So yeah, Alroe Constructions has been going for just over 4.5 years now, and things are going well.